Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I know there's a glare. Oh, see this right here? I want you guys to see this. Hello, hello. I see there are two people in. Thank you. I will kind of move because I see that there's a glare. Please let me know. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. If you can just let me know that you're here because uh I want to see if you can if I can respond to you. Man, I look frozen. Oh, here I am. I want to make sure I can respond to you while we have a chat because I'm being a bum. I'm being a bum. I got my cute cheater glasses on. I can't see anybody, so I don't know if you can respond to me. I am doing absolutely nothing. I wanted y'all to get a little view of my window because I am not home. I'm in Mississippi. I'm in my crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback, humpback. I'm in Mississippi right now, and this is my view. So I wanted to let you enjoy my view for a moment, and then I will probably move to the other side where you can actually see me. So what's up, people? What is going on? I have not been live. I haven't been live because nobody wants me to be great. I take that back. Let me see if I can change this. All right, not too bad, not too bad. I'm getting some good feedback on my hair. So, okay, let's just get this over with and let's talk about what you see right now, okay? So, I'm in Mississippi. I'm at a casino because my husband likes to gamble and I don't gamble. So, I spend my money luxuriating. So, I went to the spa and I literally just got back from the spa about 3 minutes. So when you go to the spa, you can enjoy the sauna, the hot tub, all that jazz. So, your girl's natural and free flowing. I mean, and I enjoyed the see my it's there, but I was out in the humidity, okay? Steaming and hot tubbing and all that jazz. So, you know, my hair did what it does. So it puffed up a little bit. It ain't no big deal. No big deal. You know, I'll throw back some juices and berries and I'll let it cool down. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's all right. It's all right. The important thing is that your girl feels real good because she had an 80-minute massage with hand and feet enhancement. So nothing bothers me right now. Nothing bothers me right now. That and I had a complimentary mimosa. Thank you, spa. And I had some enhanced fused water. All good. And now I'm having a little cap because I don't have anything to do. So I just figured why not talk to you guys and see what's going on. Now I do know that if you guys are chatting with me, I'm trying to see. Hold on. Top chat, live chat. So messages are visible. Because if you guys are talking, I want to know what y'all saying. All right. Well, it says live chat. So um, this stuff is all new now. So I just want to know what's going on with everybody. What's everyone doing? I got nothing to talk about, but I want to talk to you guys because I haven't gone live. And part of the reason why I haven't gone live. Okay, I'm going to send out an emoji. Part of the reason why I haven't gone live is because I'm not at 1,000. Okay, so let's talk about that. I had tried to go on a campaign where, help me make it to 1,000 because I want to get 1,000. And yes, some of it was for monetary reasons. Okay, I want to get monetized like everybody else. But another reason is that, YouTube has changed a lot, and there's a lot of things you can't do when you don't hit 1,000. Now, one of the things they took away from me, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. If you are saying something, I don't know why I can't see you. I don't know why I can't see you. I'm kind of mad about that because if somebody's saying something, I would like to respond. So please forgive me because I did put down live chat and I am not seeing anything for the live chat, no response. So if you're not saying anything, I just want you to know I don't see you. Okay, so one of the things is that when you are at 1,000, there are benefits that we used to have that. Hey, all right. Francis Atkins, thank you so much for responding. Okay, so the live chat is going on. I am doing good. Did you see my view from outside? Because I'm in Mississippi and I got the view of the ocean. So I was showing that. You can catch it on the replay because I showed it. But one of the things that was taken for granted that if you're not at 1,000, I can't go live on my phone. So the only time I can go live is on my laptop. And I don't do that very often. So that really cripples me to do whatever I feel like doing on the fly because a lot of times I'm in my car. So I'm in my car, I'm in my office sometimes, and my cell phone in some ways is a lot more, because it's portable and mobile, it's just a lot freer. And when I have my phone in front of me, I'm like, let me go live. And I, obviously can't do that if I'm driving or I'm stopped somewhere. I can't take you guys with me. So, not being at that 1,000 mark is really backed up. So Francis, what are you doing? What time is it? I don't know what time it is where you're at, but here it's 3:23 in the afternoon. Let me see, what have I done today? I got up, answered some emails, a couple of phone calls, checked on my son, had lunch. Oh, I could not sleep, so I worked out at 5 o'clock this morning. Yep, 5 o'clock this morning, and then scrolled through the internet, and I thought I could go to sleep, and it didn't happen. And then I started my day. I'm getting ready to go. Take my minute. I always can say, oh, all right. Take care of that. Take care of that. Hey, hon, I'm live on YouTube. I'm just letting you know if I'm not talking to you, that's why. How'd you do? Okay. So I had my massage and came back. So that's all I'm doing. So I figured I'd talk to you guys and see what's going on and what are you guys talking about. Francis, please take care of yourself. That's important. Okay. You can always come back. It's only 10 minutes. I'm not going to be on very long. I do notice, I think A View is a View is on live. So, it is what it is. Take your medicine, sweetie. And I thank you for showing up. Really, I do. So just figure out, what is everybody talking about? I don't really have a lot to talk about. I know there's things going on, and I don't really want to talk about things that nobody else is talking about, truth be told. But Francis, please go take care of yourself, okay, hon? Take care of yourself. You can always come back. You can always comment when I'm done with the live, all right? But I do appreciate you stopping by. I really do. there's stuff going out, but it's like I never know what I want to comment on because truth be told, I always want to check on and see what everybody else is talking about. And if it's something I want to comment on it. So, oh, okay. So I want to talk about briefly because my husband came in. I thought I had more time. I want to talk about Apollo. Like, I want to know because it hasn't been said, but everybody knows that Apollo Nida, who was married to Phaedra Parks from Real Housewives of Atlanta, went to federal prison, and he got out early. I think I believe he had a 7 or 8 year prison sentence, and it got knocked down. So he's only been in for 5 years. He got out, did a couple of photo ops with his new girlfriend, and then lo and behold, it was all a buzz about 2 days ago, and he was in a halfway house, and there was a technicality with his parole that he violated, and he's back. He's back in federal prison, but no one is saying what the technicality is. No one is saying what it is. You going back out? No, I told you, check your text. Yeah, I have to take care of it when we get back. I'll talk to you about it later. It's cool. Sorry about that. It was like, what is the technicality and why isn't anyone talking about it? Like, what is going on with that? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm a little curious because, okay, he must have done something. This is what I'm not understanding. He did enough to shave off time while he was there in prison. It's a stretch because I know people when they get out of prison, sometimes they lose their mind with their freedom. But he was in a halfway house, so he went from having some restriction there, and you're in a halfway house. There's restrictions, but it's loosened up, right? So what did he possibly do to go back? And what was the technicality? And why isn't anyone talking about the technicality? Now, there has been a buzz saying that Phaedra might have had something to do with it, but truth be told, I don't think she cares that much for technicality. For one thing, I believe his halfway house was in New Jersey and she's in Atlanta. So he's far enough that it's really not a big deal. I mean, it'd be one thing if he was in Tennessee or Georgia or somewhere in those bordering neighborhoods of Atlanta where, but still, if he's in a halfway house, he can't go across state lines. He probably can't even travel maybe even 25 miles away from his halfway house. And he probably has to be in at a certain time. And he also probably has to ask permission. So I really don't think Phaedra had anything to do with it. I know a lot of people have said that she might have had something to do with it. I don't think she cares that much about him to even make a phone call for him to go back in. And from what I understand, his time going back in is not is October, which was going to be his original release date, but he got released early, and it's going to coincide with that October release date. Oh, it's cold. I'm going to turn up the heat. Hold on. So yeah, I'm not understanding that. If anybody got any insight on that, please put it down in the comments because I'm not understanding what that is all about. So what else is going on? What else is going on? Oops. Um, so we know that it's Father's Day weekend. So happy Father's Day to all of the men out there, the men, the fathers, the grandfathers, the father figures, the uncles, the godfathers, men who are stepping up and showing out. Happy Father's Day to you. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. And I hope somebody takes you out to eat and you don't get any socks. And I hope that you are showered with love and affection as the men who stand up and take care of business duly deserves. Cheers to you. So, if anybody had any topics, see, I got my phone, so I'll be like, okay, well, I can get on there and talk about stuff. All right. I was watching Black YouTube Unlocked. I really like her. She's a no nonsense girl. I like her. And she was talking about this young couple, Prince or whatever, and talking about this colorism. It seems like that's popping up, but check her out because she has some really good insights and talking about, I guess, Young Miami. And hi, Ben CJ. Yes, you can ask me a question. What's your question? I hope it's a good one and I hope it's appropriate because I've never seen you, Ben CJ. Strange Black Media. Hey! What do you think about white people with dreads or braids or etc.? What do I think? I think that hair is a form of expression. I do not think, oh, I'm happy to catch you because you never answer your comments, sis. Oh, you know what? Charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay. Honest opinion. Okay. I will give you an honest answer. Okay. I believe in the age of 2019, where there are no boundaries in a lot of things. Okay. Um, I believe that it's an expression. Okay, Francis, I'm gonna hold on to that. I want to answer Ben's question. I believe that hair is a form of expression, and I do believe that people of color, um, however you want to call yourself, African American, Black American, African diaspora, I don't think that we have a monopoly on it. I do understand that we get weaponized for our hair expression, and we are not freely to walk about in our workplace the way we would like to with our hair, and that other cultures get a pass. But listen, when I see a white guy with dreads, I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything against him no more than when I see a Vogue magazine article and it's a girl with cornrows. Now, what I do take offense to is don't be thinking that you reinvented the wheel. Pay homage and give credit where credit is due. Braids is not a new thing, okay? And I remember being in basic training and I was one of maybe 7 Black girls in a bay of 20 something girls, and I braided everybody's hair before going to bed so that we were all together and we didn't have to worry about our hair being messed up in the morning. So I don't have a problem. I mean, hair is an expression. I mean, you don't agree with it? Why not? You know, people could say the same thing about, women of color wearing weaves. I'm white and I feel like it's because us white people are so quick to take something from your culture. What's good, but we don't take the well, Ben, I do agree with that. And that's why I say, there's a point. There's a lot of blurred lines with a lot of things. And so it would be crazy at this point for me to say it's all mine, it's all ours. There are some, because yes, people talk about culture vultures, and I understand that. I totally understand that. And I understand that there is a group of people that feel that you cannot be taking from the culture. But I do understand that we are in an era of the world now where there's a lot of things that are being expressed in society, racially, sexually, there are ebbs and flows. There are levels to this. I don't have a problem if I see a guy with dreads. What I do say is, which is what I would wish, that since we are becoming a little bit more inclusive, is ask people why they do what they do. I think you can learn more from people to find out why they do what they do. I mean, I don't take offense to, there's always this thing about, okay, Black women that wear weaves. Why don't a lot of the women who wear weaves don't wear their texture or close to their texture? They're wearing this straight silky stuff. But if we don't mix, then we are doing what the racist group want. That's be completely different. This is the thing. I believe that we should celebrate our differences. The problem is that I know, as a Black woman walking around in the world, I don't always get that pass. I don't get to freely express myself. How can they say the same thing about we? I hear it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I hear it. Well, I mean, some people don't think it's a difference. Some people think, well, okay, well, why don't you wear your hair? And if you're going to wear weave, why don't you wear your own texture and not wear silky white? I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that's the counter argument. That's the counter argument. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I hear it. But, there's a lot of things that people grab from other cultures and try to make it their own expression. But I think there's a sensitivity that we all should have when we do it, when we do anything. I mean, here's a good example. I was at a celebration for the Deltas. Okay, a black D9 sorority, and I think that Thetas were there. And there was a wedding going on next door, and it was a Black couple getting married, and the girl had also any race can get dreads no matter what your hair. You don't come in. That's true. That's true. That's true. We call that being unkept, though. We normally if someone's getting dreads, they have a purpose behind it. Everybody's hair can get matted up. That's true. That's true. But normally, if someone's getting dreads, they're doing it for a purpose. So the wedding that was going on next door, Black couple getting married, all the bridesmaid had. I understand what you're saying. I do. I understand. And I just said, I don't get the luxury of wearing my hair without it being criticized, ostracized, politicized. I don't get that. Other cultures do. Other cultures wear cornrows, and it's like, oh, that's so. And if I did the same thing, it's like, I get it. You're preaching to the choir, Day. But anyway, let me finish this one. So the bridesmaids were wearing red kimono style dresses. They were definitely Asian in flair. And I do believe in the Chinese tradition, the bride wears red. So I didn't talk to anybody, but from what my slight idea of what was going on, it was deliberate. Now, do we shun the Black couple who wanted the bridesmaids to wear something that wasn't traditional? Because yeah, I know there's a lot of ignorant people in the world, Diddy. Do we shun the Black couple that had an Asian inspired bridesmaid dress? Because it looked like what you would see, it looked like a traditional type Asian dress. They were all wearing it. It was red. They had fans, so they had purpose. So are they culture vultures? Are they taken from the Asian community? I mean, so it's a dance. It's a dance. The problem is that when the mainstream wants to take it and make it as if nobody ever did it before, that's where the rest of us have problems. That's where the rest of us have problems. But on the surface, I don't take offense. They say, what is it? I, was it the form of flattery? It is. It is. We see something, we like it, we want to take it, we want to adapt it, we want to make it our own, we want to do something else. But give credit where credit is due. Don't be taking stuff and acting like you the first one to do it. When we see stuff on the runway, we understand that art has expression, and a lot of things have history, and history repeats itself. So just be honest when you are the creator of something. Just be honest. I saw this when I was watching this, and that's where I got it from. You know, I just wanted to bring an African flair. I wanted to bring this into my creativity. I don't think anybody would have a problem with it as long as you're giving people their credit. I think that's the main thing. And people of color, we feel like we are getting the whitewashing of America, and but yet, you know, yes, if everyone was honest and everyone gave people their credit and where they got the source, I think that nobody would have a problem. The world is getting smaller. The world is getting smaller, and it's so easy now. It's like you can't tell me, but this happens all the time, right? When I grew up, uh um cornrows was always a problem when somebody that wasn't black wore 'em. I really wouldn't mind somebody doing this. Don't say that you started because we can embrace this as claimant. Yeah, don't act like you did it first, because you didn't do it first. You didn't do it first. It's 2019. There's not too many firsts going on. Really isn't. A lot of people ain't doing it first right now, especially when it comes to art, hair, dress. You didn't do it first. You take influences and then you make it your own. It's kind of like food. I can make something. I'm like, I like this dish, but then I put my flair on it. So y'all not bothered as long as we don't claim something that didn't create. Well, I can't speak for everybody. I'm just saying for me. I do not take offense. Listen, I'm born and raised in New York. Okay, it's a melting part, and I saw a lot of stuff. I never took offense when I saw somebody that had some kind of flair. I didn't, because it was normal. Normal walking in the streets of Brooklyn, normal walking in the streets of Manhattan. It was not uncommon to see it. And especially if you grew up and you were raised around people of other cultures, you take other things. Yes, I'm a big chap. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It wasn't uncommon, but I do realize other people from other areas may not feel the way that I feel. But like I said, born and raised in New York, it was not uncommon. It was not uncommon, especially if you're a kid that grew up, in a mixed culture neighborhood. You were going to grab other things. Just so happened. That's just the way it was. So I never took offense. But again, I'm coming from a different vein. But I do understand how there are some people of color that do not like it. I do get it. I do get it. And I don't fault them for it. It's just that I just have a different experience about it. But yeah, I'm liking my big chop. I'm liking it. It's all good. It's all good. So, but Ben, thank you so much for the question. Listen, I'm all for dialogue. This is great for me. And okay, so Francis, I did not forget you. I'm trying to scroll up. Okay, I really wouldn't mind somebody doing that. This don't say that you started because we can embrace this as coach associated. Claim it that you start. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're in agreement. Don't just say you started first. Why did I chop? Man, okay. So I did the big chop because I have been wearing locks for 20 years. I've had 3 sets of locks. My first set was in 1999, and my last set was in 2009. Um, so I've had them, cut them for various reasons, and really, I only like when I would do the big chop, I would like wait till my hair grew to about 3 inches, and I'd put them back in. Um, I just wanted to change. I really just wanted to change. It's like everybody pretty much who has known me has never seen me in other than locks. And I got out of the military in 2010. I had kept my hair, about here. And then in 2010, no, I retired in 2010. And then I decided, I think in 2012, let me see. You just want an S curl? You know what? I think they still do it because I'm out here in Mississippi and I think I've been seeing some S curls and some wave nouveaux. I'm just saying. So I think if you really want to get it, you can get it. But I've had the same hairstyle for 20 years. And I'm gonna turn 50 next year. And I just did not want to do the cliche of having my hair short at 50. I just didn't want to do it. So I would have done it a lot sooner. I've been having hair dreams. My hairdresser, if you see me if you check me out on IG, it's Sean Sanders, same name. But if you check me out on IG, I say what had happened. And my my girl that's been taking care of my hair has known that I've been wanting to cut my hair for at least 3 years because I would have dreams about my hair being short. But there was always something going on. Oh, someone's wanting to get married. And everybody wanted me to keep my hair. Blah 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 blah. So I obliged it, and then my hair would grow longer and longer and longer. Even in that time, I would say the last this is 2019. I would say the last 4 years, I think I've had 4 major cuts. And then, for those of you who watch me, my videos and stuff, you see my hair was touching my butt. And that's growing in layers, um, letting it grow out and having like 2 or 3 major cuts, like cutting off like 3 inches, 3, 4 inches. And so I think I stopped cutting my hair 2017 and just let it grow. And then my friend was going to get married in next year, but she moved it up this year. So she was the last wedding that I knew I was going to be attending, that I was going to be in the wedding party. And I was just like, I'd just been having this burning desire. Like, if I don't go sit down in my girl's chair, I was just going to take some scissors and just cut it off. That's how pending it was for me. So I sent a message to my girl. I said, listen, I really want to cut my hair. How do you feel about me having short hair for the wedding? And she says, you know what? Short hair, long hair, I love you just the same. You're beautiful. I don't care. You just need to be at the wedding. So once she gave me that freedom to cut my hair, I really felt like, okay, well, let's do this. So I tell my hairdresser, okay, I'm cutting it. So I got it retightened. I got it retightened January 2019. The wedding was going to be like May 26th. And I said, keep my appointment in June. I'm going to cut it off right after the wedding. And I just set a date. So that's why you see my countdown, because I just set a date and everybody was in denial. People, but it's hair, I'm going to grow it out. I want a really cool afro. I didn't want an afro. One of the things that I wanted to do when I got out of the military was grow an afro. So I'm gonna have, like the one on Cynthia Bailey. I know it's a wig, but that Cynthia Bailey fro that she blew up, that is the fro that I want. And I don't know how long I'll let it go, but yeah, that's it. I wanted to change. I'm a girl. I want to change. That's it, Day Day. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I've had the same hairstyle for 20 years. Girl wanted to make a change. So, and I'm really, really glad I did. I'm really, really happy. Really happy. It's the best thing. I, I don't regret waiting the 3 years, but after I did the big chop, I was like, man, I should have done this 3 years ago. Really, I should have done it 3 years ago, but it's all good. I mean, things happen in due time and it's all good. But thank you, Sue. I do like my big chop. And the strangest thing was that I did not expect I did not expect to get such a big outpouring of response that I did in the past. In other videos. So I was really pleasantly surprised. So, I got people coming to my platform, and hopefully they stuck around. I mean, I guess if you're looking for just videos on natural hair, then thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you're just looking for natural hair videos, then I guess that would be, that's how you'd find me. However, if you're looking for something else, hopefully people stuck around. My subscriber numbers have just gone up, so I'm really happy about that. Not quite sure about the traffic, how people found me, but yeah, so I'm really happy. But I'm still trying to get to my 1,000 because I would like to be mobile on my phone. That's just the bottom line. Okay, so I don't want to get too deep, okay? But I have said this on other people's platforms. Don't you think it's wrong for a parent to give their kids dreads? Well, I will say this. Parents do a lot of things to their kids without their permission, okay? I'm going to put it in the same vein. Um, Parents circumcise their little boys. Parents pierce their girls' little ears. Um, I'm getting off. Have an amazing day. I sub. Thank you so much, Ben CJ. And come back. Enjoy your day. For the rest of your day, and check out my other videos. And don't be a stranger. Thank you so much, Ben CJ. Thank you. Parents do a lot of things to their kids without their permission. As far as dreads, it's hair. I mean, I have friends who, their hair are in dreads and they put their hair in dreads. I have friends who the mom's hair is short, the daughter's hair is short. So no, I don't. It's a preference, and then of course, hopefully you wait until the kids say, "I don't want my hair like that anymore. I want to do something like this." I mean, I see little boys and their hair is in cornrows, and they didn't ask for it. So I don't. It's just what people do. No, I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's parents' prerogative. There's a lot of things that we do as parents that kids didn't ask for, but they get. Can you save hair after it's been addressed? Well, if you saw my video, Day Day, when I did my big chop, isn't a big old ponytail. Let me see if I got a picture. I know I took a picture. I have my hair. I took a picture. She cut them pretty much one by one, and see, I know I have a picture. She cut it one by one, and I put it in a big ponytail. There it is. There it is. See all my hair? It's in a big old ponytail. Here's the other one. It's in a big old ponytail. So, Locks for Love does not take dreads or sister locks. I had sister locks. It's a form of dreads. It's just a more uniform way of doing it, but I had sister locks. They do not take sister locks or dreads. However, I have enough hair that I know I could get a wig for somebody whose family maybe have dreads or sister locks and they want their little girl to have it. Hey, content creator evaluator. Hey. Now, I commented on your video. I want to say thank you for commenting on mine. Thank you so much. I gave you a comment on yours, and I understand. I totally do. That's all I got to say. Do what you got to do, but that's all I got to say. Yeah, so I got my hair in a Ziploc baggie in a big old ponytail, and I'm going to wait for something. Okay, so my grandmother was from Virginia, and she was old school, and you do not just throw your hair in the garbage. So, I'm gonna give it some time and do some research and find out if there's something that will take my hair. But if someone does not take my hair, girl's gonna burn it, because we do not just put our hair in the garbage. No way. We don't do that. We don't do that. But yes, it's in a nice ponytail. I had washed my hair the night before I cut it. So I clarified it just to get, to strip it out. I clarified it, and then I conditioned it, and then I deep conditioned it beforehand. And she told me not to put any product in my hair when I saw her that morning. So yeah, that's what I did. So it is good. Now they can do whatever they want, but yeah, I've heard there's a way you can take hair out of dreads. Oh, yeah, you can undo it. But man, yeah, I listen. Okay, so my sister-in-law consultant, she did that. Her husband didn't want her to do a big chop where she would have really short hair. So she went through the painstaking thing of undoing the locks. When we counted mine, I think I had something like 530 locks. I wasn't good. 530 locks, 530 plus mature locks. I was touching my butt. We're talking about one lock being like this long. And so it took her, she didn't have as many locks as I did. And it took her about 4 months to do. Now she's self-employed, she does hair, and she doesn't have someplace to go out to the job, where she could cover it up, wear head wraps and all that stuff. So it took her 4 months to do it. So that meant it would take, and her hair wasn't nearly as long as mine, and she didn't have as many locks as mine. And so she just said, you know what, for the time that it would take you to try to undo them, and the be in that trying to figure out how to navigate your hair while you're taking them down, she says it's just better to just grow your hair out. And she's like, your hair is healthy enough and it grows pretty well. Whatever time you're trying to save, you just do best by just growing it out. And so that's what I did. So if they don't want to take the locks, I'm okay with it. I mean, I didn't cut my hair with the intention of giving it away, but I didn't want to throw it away because I did think that my hair would have a purpose. So if I find that I can't find anyone that wants to make a wig for a little girl or a young woman, I'll burn it. But yeah, that didn't sound good at all. So I'm taking my hair down. So, whatever. I told y'all I went and I've been luxuriating, man. I've been luxuriating. So my hair on the top is really soft. So, it's pretty long. And then it's pretty long. I was in the steam room, so I lost some of my curl. Man, I mean, it's like locks for love. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna donate it. And everybody that does those things, they do it, out of love. See how long? Yeah. No. I'm just gonna donate it to someone. Maybe there's a woman that needs a wig that has cancer or something. Maybe there's someone that has alopecia. I want to just donate it, and they can get somebody to make a wig and all that and dye it or whatever they want to do. I don't care. So yes, I am mixed hair texture. So I am primarily a 4C. However, on the okay, so you gonna make me take my head wrap again. All right, whatever. You know, luckily I'm confident. Okay, so the hair up here literally is very hard. I've been twirling and twirling it, trying to coil it, and it's like baby hair. It's like this portion right here is like I want to say like a 4A, and everywhere else is a 4C. Right here is really, really tightly coiled that, needs a lot of attention right here, like in the crown. But, when my hair is moisturized, it's super, super soft. So I don't have a problem trying to navigate, with it. And when it gets longer, I can really style it really nice. But right now with the coils, it's holding out pretty good. It's holding out. You're mixing. Ooh, okay, 3C, 4C. Okay, yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny. You know, I've been lucky. My hair was natural most of my life. My hair my hair has been natural most of my life. I didn't grow up where, getting relaxers at 4 years old. I can't even imagine that. So I Oh, you hate it? Why do you hate it? Why do you hate it? I mean, yeah, okay. I understand why you don't like it because when it comes to certain styles that you might want to wear your hair, you got to deal with the different textures and it's like, you know, my hair is retaining moisture really good, really good. But I keep it simple. But I understand, Day Day, when you trying to do like a certain style and you have a certain texture of hair, it ain't gonna be the same. And that's you just got to give up the ghost on that. Truth be told, I realize that I will take instead of trying to recreate the style, I just like try to get the essence of the style. I just rather, right? Yeah, I try to. You know what? Here's the thing. Um, you can. I think. Well, you know what? Maybe two strand twists don't work. Maybe you need to get brother locks. And I will just say this. Here's the thing. When you have okay, so because the most of my hair was 4C, I my hair locked pretty quickly. This top didn't. This top was super soft and like baby hair, like when you see the babies when they're first born, that's the hair that's on top here. So this part right here, what I would have to do, and I'm just giving this an idea, maybe in the future because the problem is that you can't do anything that has moisture that you can't use moisture shampoo when you have really soft hair. You can't do moisture shampoo. And the top here, what I had to do when I was washing my hair even is I had to use those little black rubber bands, and I would have to band my hair so that it wouldn't unravel. So that's the trick. So it's not that your hair can't lock, it's just that it's not going to lock at the same stage. So a lot of this hair around here, my temple and the back, like even in the back right here, the back right here, like this, there's like a 2 inch section in the back is soft like here. So a lot of times I had to be really careful. I would have to band my hair and a lot of times I banded it longer than I would normally have to because I was dealing with multiple textures. So I understand because, like I said, the back here and top here, it did not lock like the like this portion here in the top. That it locked right away. So if you ever want to do it again, I would just say you have to keep away from the moisture shampoos and because the real moisture-rich shampoos will keep so you can't do that and then you have to like keep your when you wash your hair you gotta keep banded. So and I didn't use conditioner because conditioner is supposed to loosen your hair, so during that time I didn't use conditioner. When my hair was mature, I did, but I didn't do it during the early stages of the locking. And for me, my locking process took 6 months. Okay, you know what? If that's the worst thing in your life, Day Day, you okay? You okay, man? You know, you get your afro right. I'm sure your afro is cool. I'm sure your afro is cool. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yes. So Sue, yes, my hair is retaining moisture, but you, like I said, I, but you got a shortcut. You got a shortcut with some waves. You brushing it forward so you can have some waves. Or you cut it off. You never look back. Okay, listen, no muss, no fuss. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, my hair is retaining moisture. So what I'm dealing with right now is humidity. Um, I'm learning to embrace the humidity because my hair puffs up, and I'm dealing with that. But yeah, uh, like I said, I use the melanin and the Eco Styler, and then I use this leave-in. No, I have not used coconut oil in my hair. So I have been a little nervous about the coconut oil because I have low porosity hair. So from all the videos that I saw, the low porosity was not really conducive to coconut oil. But I heard there's two schools of thought. You can't use coconut oil by itself. You have to have a carrier oil. So if you're going to use coconut oil, you have to use something with it like jojoba oil or sweet almond oil. You can't use coconut oil by itself because of my particular porosity. That's one school of thought I heard. And then the other school of thought was to just stay away from it, coconut oil, but use coconut milk. And that there are conditioners and leave-in conditioners that have coconut milk in it, and that is good. That your hair may be able to take in the moisture of coconut milk. What about shea butter? Nope. Natural melanin has shea butter in it, and my hair likes shea butter. My hair likes shea butter, so we're gonna keep the shea butter. And the shea butter is good for the hair and the skin and the nails. So yes, it likes the shea butter, but I've been a little skittish about the coconut oil. But I normally use sweet almond oil and black Jamaican oil. So I just do a little bit of both in my hand, rub it together, and be out the way. I mix it with coconut oil. Okay. Well, listen, I am so trying not to be a hair junkie. I am so trying not to be a product junkie because it is really, really easy. Now, when I first did my big chop from Relaxer in 1997, none of this stuff was around. None of this stuff was around. There was no Eco Styler. Nobody knew nothing about oils and how to soften it up. Nobody was co-washing. These are all new terms. It was not going on in the 90s. So there was only one thing I did with my hair, and that was I washed it, conditioned it, and I still have it. I bought some because it was a tried and true for me. I used this Aveda humectant pomade, and that was all I did. And I used the humectant pomade and twist my hair when it was longer, and that was all I did. Listen, everybody's talking about edges. This is a new term. Nobody was talking about it. We had baby hair, or you didn't have baby hair. I don't know anything about edges. This is a whole new term for me. We weren't slicking down baby hair and edges in 1997. I didn't. You know what? I have never gotten into Queen Sugar. Never got. Now I will say, the guy that's on Queen Sugar, he is quite some dark milk chocolate to look at. I have to say, but I have never gotten into Queen Sugar. I keep seeing, through IG, it honey mixed with milk thistle is good for mixed texture hair. You know what? I've seen a lot of videos for dating. I've seen a lot of videos for honey, that honey is used as a softening agent. That people use honey as a conditioner. Ooh, he's something to look at. Yeah, I have heard a lot of good things about honey. Now, oh, I will tell you one thing I have been doing. Okay. One thing I was doing while I was letting my hair grow out, because well, all the videos that I saw, everyone complained when they did the big chop that their hair was dry. So I did not want to have that problem. And most people end up cutting more hair after the big chop because their hair was dry. So I said, okay, so the thing is that while my hair is in locks, I'm going to moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I was moisturizing like a bandit. Okay. One of the things that I did is I used aloe vera juice. That is something that is new that I learned watching the videos, and I started using aloe vera juice. Now, I don't know how to, not aloe vera gel. You can go to the health food store or Whole Foods, and or I've even seen at Walmart a big old thing of aloe vera juice. I just did 1 part equal of aloe vera juice and water, and I use that every other night as a leave-in conditioner to just spritz and moisturize my hair. And when it came to getting my hair, and I could tell because I could look at it and see that it was feeling really good. And when it was time to do the big chop, uh, I was told my hair was really, really healthy and really, really moisturized. So you might want to try that. I mean, it's you know, get a small bottle and see how it is. But yeah, I use aloe vera juice and water, just equal parts. I have not tried using the aloe vera juice by itself. I just do one equal parts, and yeah, I use that all the time, and it's cheap, so I'm good for cheap and effective. Okay, have I been watching TV? I have not watched a lot of TV. I do watch TV, but it's normally the ID channel. I did not watch like I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta up until last season. You know what? Someone's at the door. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I gotta go to the door. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. Okay, bye. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, do I watch TV? Yes, I do. I was watching Real House of Atlanta, and yeah, man, I love. Okay, all right, you like the ID channel? We're gonna talk about the ID channel, okay? Because I want to talk about a particular show. I've done it on a video, but since you like the ID channel, we're gonna talk about it. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was emotionally invested in the show. I've been watching the show from the beginning, but after Kenya left and all that shenanigans that went on, I did not watch last season. I barely watched any of the reviews. I did watch one episode, and I think it was the episode. It just so happened to be the episode. Well, Kenya coming back, I'm gonna watch it because I really I want to see her with the baby. I follow her on IG. The baby is just Brooklyn is stinking adorable. Evidently the husband is going to be more involved. I think we're gonna get a softer Kenya, and I want to see how that evolves. So, I think if Kenya comes back, I will watch it. I think Kenya will still, be her little diabolical self in some ways, but I think we're going to see a softer Kenya. Um, and I'm looking forward to it because I really like watching her on IG. So, but if Kenya doesn't come back, I think I might even cancel my cable. Because what for? What for? I mean, I don't really watch. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of New York. No, I live in Indiana. I live in Northwest Indiana, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from Chicago. So we get Chicago news, Chicago everything, Chicago sports. So yeah, so I live in Northwest Indiana, but that's why I say Northwest Indiana, Chicago, because nobody knows about Northwest Indiana other than Gary, and I don't live in Gary. Um, but I live close to Chicago, so we get all Chicago stuff. I don't get Indianapolis. That's 2 hours and a time zone away from me. So we're not. When I say Indiana, it's really Chicago because it's all Chicago where I live. Truth be told, you know. So um, I've watched Alexander. I okay, all right. Dana, did we have this conversation before? I really do, because you know what? You and I were both talking about the same thing, I think a while ago, and I think maybe on one of my lives. Yes. Okay, so let me tell you. Before I moved here, I was stationed in Maryland, and my husband is from Indiana, and so he wanted to move back home. So, okay, so I had a second job for a while, and I worked with these truck drivers, and they were like my uncles. These were like, I was what 27 years old at the time, and these were like, in my mind, old dudes. They were like 50 something years old, and I told them, yeah, I'm getting out. I'm moving to Indiana, and they all froze. They were like, what do you mean you're going to Indiana? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Indiana. They're like, do you know what goes on in Indiana? I was like, no. I mean, I visited, but no. And so they were fearful for me because they were like, do you know that the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klan is in Indiana? So I was like, yeah, okay. So, but not where I live, okay? I live near Chicago, okay? So I told them I live close to Chicago, but um, yes, I have been wanting to read the book on the Sundown Town. Now, okay, Day Day, do we need to do a collabo? Okay, I feel a collabo coming on because that would be awesome. If I read the book, that would give me some accountability. And then we could do a collaboration about our interpretation of the sundown town. I like that. I like that. You down? Okay. Yeah, that's something. Listen, that's something new and different. We could, I don't know, do Google Hangouts. I got Skype, and we could do our own interpretation. So, do you know the name of the book? Because I'll Kindle it in a minute. Did you hear about the Carol? No, the Carol Jenkins story. No, tell me about the Carol Jenkins story. I'm still upset. I'm still upset about hearing these stories about men. I don't, allegedly being killed, and when their family gets them, they don't have no organs. I'm on vacation, so I'm trying not to be too deep, but on my Facebook feed, there was a picture of a military guy, an army guy. She's a black girl who got killed because she was caught after dark. Listen, that is very real. Was that recent, or was that through the story? Or was it in the story of the sundown towns? Man, listen, I'm going to be honest. There are parts of my state that I live in now, especially when I was stationed at Grissom, because Grissom is in southern Indiana. It's not far from Indianapolis. It's about an hour away from Indianapolis. Oh, okay. No, I did not know, but is it in the book? You need to give me the title of the book, because I wanted to read the same book that you read. And then you'll give me some accountability, and I'll start reading it, and then we will collab. And I think that will be good. You know what? Probably Bonafide would be so proud of us. She'd be so proud of us. But yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Um, there was a military guy that came back home and he didn't have his body parts. His organs were taken. I'm still upset about the young man that the case still hasn't been solved as far as I'm concerned, about the young man that was a wrestler and he was found wrapped up in the wrestling mat. And when they got him to the funeral home, his body parts and like his legs and stuff was missing and stuff. And that really hit home to me because my son's a wrestler and I never believed the story. And because of the fact that I'm a wrestler mom and you don't just get wrapped up in a wrestling mat. It just doesn't happen. You don't fall down and the wrestling mat comes in. When you are at a wrestling meet, when the wrestling match is done, all right, I took a picture of it, so I got it. Thank you, Dede. When the wrestling match is done, everybody, all the young men line up and they start rolling the mats. And they're not easy. It takes all of them to roll the mat. So I know that the boy didn't just fall in and get wrapped up like a slinky. That part I never understood why people didn't think it was foul play. Because it just doesn't happen like that. Sorry, just doesn't happen like that. Thank you for the fourth thumbs up. I appreciate you. So, but yeah, Day. Okay, so your job is to hold me accountable, all right? I've got to get through some work stuff. And then maybe I will start reading the book, say 4th of July weekend, because I will be out of town. Don't hold me to it, but if not 4th of July weekend, after the 4th of July weekend. Because I don't plan to be out of town. So I will start reading the book. I'm gonna go get it on my Kindle. I might actually start reading it while I'm here because I am vacationing at, hold on a second, I'm going to show you. I am vacationing at the Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi. A good military town. So I don't gamble. I have my husband for that. I just tag along and I just rest and watch TV. Okay. So let's talk about the ID channel. One of my favorite shows on the ID channel is Evil Lives Here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the Beau Rivage. Okay. So let me just tell you about this. I don't even know how my husband got on it, but it's a chartered flight. I had to drive to Fort Wayne, Indiana to take the flight to come here. So I ended up driving, not me, but we drove 2 hours to Fort Wayne to take the flight out of Fort Wayne Airport. It's a charter flight. Everybody that is on the flight is to come here. Okay. It's a beautiful casino. Beautiful casino. My husband went the first time during Easter weekend, and they just transformed the casino like I don't know. It was just beautiful. Easter eggs and all that stuff. Really nice. Literally right next door to me is the Hard Rock Cafe. And then there's another casino. I don't know, but I think the Beau Rivage is owned by MGM. And then there's a casino across the street. So there's other casinos. Sinbad is supposed to be performing tonight. I'm supposed to get tickets, but I have not heard from the person who said they were going to give me tickets. Chris Tucker is performing here in July. Next door to the Hard Rock Cafe, I saw, and Nelly's going to be here at the end of the month. TLC is going to be next door at the Hard Rock Cafe. So, yeah, why not? I mean, it's cheaper than Vegas. It's cheaper than Vegas. Now, you're not going to get the Vegas strip feel, but hell, if you like to gamble, why not go someplace else? Now, he got on some kind of mailing list, but I'm sure if you don't get on a mailing list, you can just, make a trip up here. Why not? But the flight was barely 2 hours. But I had to drive 2 hours because, like I said, it's a chartered flight. But yeah, so it's my first time, and he loves it. So why not? Like I said, I went to the spa and watched TV. Indiana, what's today? Friday. Indiana was having gusty winds. It was 53 degrees, and they were talking about possible hail. What's going on? It's summertime, isn't it? It's June. I can't. You don't watch Evil Lives Here? Man, okay, listen. You got to watch it. Okay, so Evil Lives Here is a show segment, and it has the same format. Has this real eerie music. But what it is it has people, victims, whether it's a wife, a brother, there's a killer, okay? And who they have sit down is the person that was affected by the killer. Sometimes it's the parents, sometimes it's a wife, a girlfriend, the children. They sit them down, and it's always the same format. They start out miking them up and everything, and they'll start talking. A lot of times they'll say, this is the first time I've ever talked about this. I've been holding it in, and now it's time to talk. Okay. Everyone from people you've never heard of to notorious killers. Okay. But the people who they are interviewing are people who have been affected by the killer. And the thing that they always say is, what would you do if you knew about someone in your life that was a killer? Would you know the signs? Okay. Now, on the outside looking in, when you hear the story, and this is how human nature is, you're looking at the story and you see on the outside, like, how did you not know? How did you not know? And it's always the same. Like, it'll start out like it was all great and all this stuff, and then in the caption it says, and there were signs, and everyone dismissed the signs. The girlfriend dismissed the signs about behavior. The parents dismissed the signs about behavior. Everyone, the brother, everyone will say things that happen because they'll give them pictures and all that stuff that'll be like, milestones, and people want to see the good in their loved ones, but there are signs, and they don't take the signs for what it is all the time. I tell you, one of the reasons why I watch the ID channel is not because of the fact that I am obsessed with death or obsessed with killers. I am intrigued about the human psyche and what it is we tell ourselves to stay in situations that are not healthy. And you need to watch Evil Lives Here, and then tell me what you think about it. But that is probably one of my favorite shows to watch, because you see these people, they are living victims, and they never see the signs. They don't see the signs. And I'm just amazed that when they tell stuff, they don't see the signs. Yeah, I don't know if it's on Hulu. Because, like, seriously, I'm really like this close to canceling my my cable. However, when you talk about shows that are about watching, I am interested watching Basketball Wives if they come back. I hear Jackie might be leaving, but I don't know. And Tammy Roman, she may not come back, but you know, did you know that Tammy Roman signed a deal with Mona Scott Young? She's gonna get her own show. Cheers to you, girl. Tammy's inked some kind of deal with Mona Scott Young production. Good for you. She's looking good. Word on the curb, as Beautiful Soul Speaks would say, is that she's newly married to Reggie. It is who she's been with for 4 years. Nightmare Next Door. Ooh, I like Unsuspected. Okay, Wives with Knives. That is the show. Deadly Women is good because they take you from like scenes that were, you know, murders that was iconic, like in 1925 to today. They do like, you know, they have their own format too. They do like three scenes, three different shows. That Wives with Knives. Although if I'm not watching the ID channel, I will watch For My Man. And I think that's on BET or what is it? Not BET. Oh, the other black channel, but it's not BET, I don't think. For My Man, I watched that. I watched that. I'll have to do another video, but when I watch For My Man, I have and it's been on other segments too, but there was one that showed up that of a family that I know about that a murder took place. Very sad. Teenager killed her mom. I like the shows where you have to figure out who the killer is. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Yeah, the unsuspected, that's good. That's always good. So it is Friday. So what is everybody doing? Is it just you and I, Day Day? You and I the only one hanging out? I see there's two people, but you and I the only ones chatting. Listen, I always think of it as a cautionary tale. Since we're talking about crime stories, I don't want to get too deep because like I'm on vacation, but I have been kind of watching the Malia Davis one about the little girl. I'm so upset. And I'm upset for a lot of reasons. I'm upset because, you know, I like to say I don't pass judgment. Hey, Sue. Okay. I like to say I don't pass judgment, but I do have a problem with watching children, little babies, little kids dying at the hands of people who are not their parents. That bothers me. That bothers me. That bothers me. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and it bothers me of hearing, you know, little kids that are 4 and 5, 3 and 2, suffering violently at the hands of people who are not their mothers and fathers. I don't like the fact that people are abusing children that are their mother. Oh, you don't know the Malia Davis case? Okay, so I'm just going by, okay. I don't even want to give it. I wouldn't even give it. Go check out leak.u. She has been on the case with the Malia Davis case. If you don't want to watch leak.u, Lady Nika has also been doing a really good job with covering the case. But leak.u, or just type in Malia. I think her name, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think it's like Maleah. Malia Davis, little girl. The story was, I'll just give you I don't know where it took place. Okay. Malia Davis. Look at this little girl. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at her. Like I said, look it up. All right. Malia Davis. Her name is spelled Maleah and Davis. Okay. So Malia Davis, 4 years old. I don't know where it was taking place. Let me just say Houston, Texas, I guess. The mother went to a funeral, left the little girl with the fiance. Evidently, her and the fiance were getting ready to break up, but she left her with the fiance. This little girl suffered brain or head trauma prior to this event. But evidently, and CPS or DCS was involved. And in the past, she got the little girl back, and she had a fight with the fiance. She left to go to a funeral, and then the girl went missing. The story that was told was that he got carjacked. He had his son, who was, I believe, 1. He got carjacked. He got jacked up. He blacked out. When he came to, his son was in the car seat, but the little girl was gone. What ended up happening is that the little girl's remains was found in Arkansas, and it was identified as Malia. Now, a lot of people are outraged and thought that the mother should be charged, along with the fiance, because why do you say you're going to break up with someone and then leave the little girl at the hands of this person? I do not know if, and this is all allegedly, I do not know if the fiance was involved with the prior injuries, but this little girl in her little 4 years of life suffered some serious trauma, violent trauma, and now she's dead. So it's terrible. And I have ongoing conversations with young ladies about, listen, don't be leaving your kid, boy or girl, to somebody that you just started dating. I don't care if you into him. Just because you're into him doesn't mean that he's into your kids. You need to slow your roll on this. And it's troubling. It's troubling. It's bothersome. It irks me. I'm here for the kids all day, every day. And it's a sad story. And it happens a lot. It's been happening a lot. Just check out your neck of the woods, wherever you live. And, it's just happening a lot. So, leak.u, or if you want to watch, Lady Nika. And it was funny because, I grew up where I could not go anywhere. Okay. I couldn't do nothing. Leak.you. Because I follow her. So let me just double check. I don't want to tell you wrong, but I think it's leak, LEAK.YOU. and she has been on it. Leak.u.com. Hold on. She has been following, it's going to look like this. And she has been following this. She's been following. Okay, good. She's been following this story from the beginning. And you know what? I mean, it's so funny because I've been following her and her numbers have been rising. She's a rising star. I'm really, I haven't commented on her, but she is, I mean, she's a rising star. She's doing it. Yeah, she looks like she might be biracial. I don't know. You know how we are. We could be black. We could be a Vanessa Williams, Giselle, and have some black parents, and then them jeans just lay the way they lay. So, but yeah, she does look like she's biracial. So, yeah, she's I've been following her, but I'm with Lady Nika. Now, I grew up where my mom didn't let me do nothing. I couldn't go and do no sleepovers or nothing, and I was so upset. It was like, why can't I go? I hear Potomac, but you know what? I watch Potomac. I haven't watched the episode. I don't even know what day it's on. I think it's on a day that I'm busy. Um, okay. So I'm just gonna tell you the reason why I don't watch TV is because your girl has been trying to lose some weight. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I go to my CrossFit class that is 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and I try to go 5 days a week. So my alarm clock goes off at like 3:45, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, depending on how much energy I have. And then I get ready and I go and I work out. And then when I'm done, from there, I've been adding on cardio. Sometimes I do it right after my CrossFit, which is a whole hour long session. And then I try to do 40 minutes in. If I don't do it afterwards, then I save it for the evening because now it's nice and I can go outside. And then I work till 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, depending on my appointments with clients. And then I am leaving to go and get my 40 minutes. Now, my coach has told me I got to do 40 minutes of cardio, but he wants me to get in 20 minutes of rowing. So I have to do that 5 days a week. Okay, 5 days of cardio and 6 days of weight training. Okay. And in between that, I have to meal prep, I have to eat. I still have a teenage son that I got to keep tabs on and try to have a life. I really don't have time for TV because when I sit down to watch TV, I usually fall asleep. Usually fall asleep. So that is why I'm not watching TV. Truthfully, I am normally in bed about 9 o'clock. No, my knee is not better. Thank you, Sue. No, my knee is not better. I have been waiting for my insurance to okay this MRI. It still will not let me be great. I am supposed to walk as much as possible. So let me see, where am I at? I can't run anymore. I haven't ran in months. Ooh, look at that, y'all. Oh, look at that. See that? I got my, yeah, see where I'm at? So I got my workout in, but I'm not running. So I'm not burning calories like I normally would. But I'm working around this bursitis. You know, the unfortunate thing is that I have gained more weight. I weigh I weigh now as much as I did when I was pregnant. It is the most weight I have ever carried on my body when I was not pregnant. and it is depressing, and it's frustrating. I ended up getting a coach, and it's my second week. And so I've been working hard because I do not want to be bringing in 50 with this weight on my body. And I do think that the weight has exacerbated my knee issue. I just do. I think one is like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And I think that's the underlying issue. But the problem is that when my knee is hurting so badly, I don't feel like working out. My knee hurts so badly. Like, there are times where I can't even put my own body weight, but I need to lose some body weight in order to feel better. So at this point, I am I won't say muscling through the pain, but I am finding other modifications to get my workouts in. That's been new. So I was upset because okay, so here's the deal. And this will probably be a video when it's all said and done. So I have a coach, and the coach he's awesome. And he's was one of those IBF pro guys, super nice, a fellow veteran, was a cop in Chicago. He lives in Florida. My coach here, he coaches her. So I thought, okay, I'm in good hands because her body's phenomenal. So I ended up getting him as a coach because I need to do something different. When things aren't working, you got to find something different. And sometimes you need a coach. So I decided to get a coach. So this has been the second week, and lo and behold, can you believe it? I've gained weight. I've gained freaking weight. So here's the thing. It's been different than anything else. I can't believe I've been on this long. Okay, so here's the thing that's been different than anything else. With accountability. So he tells me the diet, he sends me the diet that I have to do for the week, and we phone in. And what I have to do that I never had to do before is I have to take photos. So I have to take photos. Good for you. Good for you, Dede. So I have to take photos that I have to turn in every Friday. So I got up this morning, I went down to the gym and at the casino, and I go away myself. And I'm like, I was just appalled. What do you mean I don't get you? Why do you say that, Dede? Why you say I don't get you? What did I miss? What is it did I misunderstand? Let me know. Let me know while I'm talking. Yes, yoga is an option for me because I need to stretch. I need to stretch. Yoga is definitely an option because I have to stretch, and I've been doing hot yoga once a week. I need to probably do it more. Okay, so where was I at? So I got to take these dang pictures every Friday morning. I have to go weigh in, send him my weight, let him know what I've been doing all week, and send him my photos. And then what he ends up doing is circling my problem areas and then tweaking my workout. Oh man, yeah, you've been holding it down. Yeah, it's we've been having a private conversation right next to Sue. Me, you, and Sue. Sue's just been hanging out and like, yes, you've been holding it down. I see you. I see you. Yes, you've been holding it down. Thank you, Dede. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I wasn't expecting to be on the live this long. Listen, okay. Can I'm not trying to be messy. I'm really not. But I have said in the past that there are people that I would like to support, but I can't because they are doing these dang marathon lives. I like to, but I can't do it. I can't do it. because it's like I cannot do these marathon lives, and it's like I just can't. Like when I'll try to support somebody, and I'll see like a 4 hour live, like what? Mm-mm, can't do it. I don't even try. I was like, 7 hour lives? No, ma'am. That's a job. Okay, maybe doing the live is your job, but I don't have time to do it. The only reason why I'm on here for 1 hour and 35 minutes is because I'm on vacation. When was the last time you see me do a live this long? Never, ever, never. And most of the time it's spent kind of, I don't want to say babbling, but a lot of it, the first 30 minutes is just like, you know, I don't have a lot of people. If I had like 100 people, maybe I would be doing my time. You want to greet everybody that comes into the room, right? So, it's like I don't have time to be listening to the first 20 minutes with you saying hello to everybody. I just don't. So, you know, but maybe I'm gonna have to change my tune because I don't know. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't have no plans. I don't have any plans. I'm not gonna spend any more money getting massages, so maybe I'll scroll through the internet and see what's going on and have a subject to talk about. So I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, you've been holding it down. Thank you, Dede. I really appreciate you. And Sue Loomis, I appreciate you too. But yes, I've been doing hot yoga to stretch things out, but it hasn't gotten any better. This issue has been going on since September of last year. I finally broke down and tried to. I've been avoiding this when they see us. Oh, okay. Um, okay, I'm going to talk about that for a second. Um, I've been trying to get the MRI, and now the only thing that's holding up is the insurance okaying it. So once that is done, I'll get the MRI and see if there's anything else that can be done because it hasn't gotten better. I've taken rest. I've done ice. I've done pain management. It hasn't gotten better. My quality of life hasn't gotten better. Thank you, Sue. I enjoy you checking in and chiming in. Get in where you fit in. You can be as vocal or you can just, lurk and just hear. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm just waiting on that. And once that's okay, I'm gonna get the stupid MRI done. Like I'm just waiting. I had to cancel 3 different appointments because I thought it wouldn't take so long. But it's taking longer than I anticipated. So that's where we're at. Okay. Okay, Dede. I'm going to answer. I'm going to comment, and then after that, we're going to end. Okay, so you said about the documentary avoiding when they see us. Okay. I hate to end on a sad note. So maybe I don't know. Maybe we need to end on a high note. Okay, so When They See Us, documentary done by Ava DuVernay regarding the New York Five, the young men who was accused of raping this young woman who was the jogger, Central Park West, the jogger in the park. Yeah. So, here's what I got to say about this. I have not watched the documentary because I dealt with it firsthand. I had just left home, went in the military, and I very much was keyed into it in real time with the news and all that. So for me, I don't have the desire to watch the documentary. Even after all this time as a New Yorker, as someone who dealt with a traumatic event, I was indirectly involved with the Howard Beach murders, which if you Google Howard Beach murders, you will find information on it that happened in New York. It affected my school because my school, a lot of my classmates lived in Howard Beach. That happened in 1987, and this happened in 1989. So for me, I lived through that. I lived through the high racial tensions that happened in New York. I lived through all that. And I'm not really ready to watch it. I'm glad to see the men being vindicated, but I lived through it and I don't want to watch it right now. I do um, encourage people who did not live through that, was not residents of New York, to watch it because it is a part of history. It's a part of New York history. And it is a very big blemish that happened with dealing with racial tensions. As much as New York at the time was a melting pot, there was a lot of racial transgressions, a lot of racial divide, a lot of demarcations, and it's history. And if it happened in New York, there were other areas that it happened in. And so I definitely encourage people to watch it. But for me, because I lived through it, I don't want to watch it. I go on my Facebook feed and people are saddened, appalled, angry, and all of that because they did not know the story, never heard the story when it happened. So for a lot of people, it's new. For me, it's I know about it very well. So I am not going to watch it, not for a while. I will watch it, but not right now. And it's it's a time where people's innocence was changed because there were a lot of people that did not think or understand that how how can people be interrogated and lie? How could people confess to things that they didn't do? This gives you a first-hand insight. How is it teenage kids were not given the why were they questioned without their parents and they were all minors? How is that possible? See, back then there was a strong ideal that the police is there to help you and they are not going to do anything to hurt you. And if a bunch of kids told the story, it had to be true because police aren't corrupt, because police don't do things to interrogate and tell you if you say this, you can go home. No one had an idea of that. We have that idea now. But in the 90s and the 80s, people didn't think, you have to be guilty. You confess. No one would just go and confess for no reason. Oh, yeah, they do. When you're deprived of things, food, water, your parents, when they feed you and your mind is malleable, yeah, yeah, you will say things that you may not otherwise say in normal circumstances. And this was a case that really dealt with that. So, yeah. And here they are, young men, well, not young men anymore, but older men, and they're still dealing with the aftermath. And I'm glad that their story is being told, but it was a dark time in New York, and it tried a lot of families, it tried a lot of friendships. There was a lot of table talk went on during that time, and yeah. So I won't be watching it, but I definitely encourage people to watch it because it is it will open your eyes to things, you know, and people need to be informed. So that's how I feel about that. But be ready. You will be mad. You will be hurt. You will be saddened. You will go through a whole range of emotions, and you'll be feeling some kind of way. You'll be feeling some kind of way. So just be prepared. If you're not in the right frame of mind, don't watch it. But be prepared for all the emotions, because I lived through it in real time, and I dealt with the emotion. So are we gonna end with something happy? Because I don't want to end with this. I don't want to end with this. It's heavy. I don't want to end with this. I want to end with something happy. Your phone's about to die. Okay, well then I guess we're just gonna end it, man. All right. So thank you, Strange Black Media. Thank you, Day Day. Thank you, Sue Loomis. Thank you for the 7 people that came in. Thank you for the 4 thumbs up. All right. So now you got to say something good. You know how I'm gonna always end. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you liked what we discussed in the live chat, please check out my videos. You know, I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And, you know, it's all good. So as I always end with my videos, have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself and each other. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Take care. Bye.